Are you serious? Are you serious? We have breaking news, breaking news. Earthquakes, earthquakes, and more earthquakes. Insane. We've just had a major 5.4 earthquake, very shallow, right on the crater of the volcano. Just hit it was so strong, it just shakes. Literally, it quakes and shakes. The unbelievable shaking of the mountain, and so we need prayers right now. Now, there's concerns. This happened just a few minutes ago. The concern is, was there an explosion? Was there an eruption? Not sure about that. Usually when you have a quake this strong, especially with a volatile volcano like this is, we've seen these kind of shakings and quakings. That's just amazing. But there is also a tsunami concern in effect. There's not a tsunami warning, but there is a tsunami concern. Now, I'm sure it's a very fluid situation, so if it's not going to be a tsunami, and pray to God it's not, that we'll get an all clear on that soon. And usually that happens not too long. But right now there is concerns of a tsunami. We're watching this very closely right now. Also, I don't know if the volcano erupted. We don't know if the volcano completely erupted. And here's the thing that's really blowing me away right now, folks. I've been studying volcanoes. For 8 years every day. I've never seen this on the chart. 536 earthquakes. Now it just went to 533 because every minute, it changes because it's based on exact 24-hour periods. 533 earthquakes. I repeat, 533 earthquakes in the last 24 hours, or at least 2.5 or higher. And we just got hit with an earthquake just now, 4.6, just hit Indonesia. The 5.4 just minutes ago is really rocked. It is shaking, literally. This quake is shaking the mountain, the volcano. Is it released smoke and plume and ash and brimstone? Maybe. Certainly, this powerful a quake, after all of this rumbling, 500 earthquakes in Hawaii in the last 24 hours. Over 500 earthquakes in the Hawaii volcano in the last 24 hours. Over 500, you heard me right, of 2.5 or higher. I've never seen anything like this. And they've already been talking about the fact that the island's going to take over 100 years to recover. And that's if the thing would quiet down now. But it's not quieting down. It's rumbling. It's rumbling. It's rumbling. It's rumbling. And then, boom, it just got hit with a 5.4. And did it release a ton of more lava? Is fissure number 8. What is it doing? Okay, what is it doing? So we're scrambling, because this happened minutes ago. We're scrambling to find out if there is, first of all, is there a tsunami? That's the first thing we're trying to find out. There is concerns of it. And second of all, was there a massive eruption with this earthquake? This is quite strong, 5.4. It was only 0.6 kilometers deep. I repeat, 0.6 kilometers deep. Now, also, folks, we've had a 6.1 megaquake just a couple hours ago that hit Vanuatu. We've had a 5.7 in Argentina. We've had some strong quakes in Indonesia. And so everything is really shaking right now. Matter of fact, let me just share this with you. 5.6 Indonesia, 5.4, again, right on the earthquake at 0.6 kilometers. So it's right on. Did it cave more? Did it collapse more? Did it implode? Did it release more lava out of the fissures? Is there a tsunami or not? We're trying to find that out. But there was a 4.7 earthquake also in Indonesia not long ago, less than an hour and a half ago. And then also, as we said, there was a very powerful megaquake, 6.1, that hit Vanuatu about 2 hours ago. We've also had very strong quake, 4.0 Indonesia again. 5.4 earthquake in Tonga. Also, just tons of earthquakes in Hawaii. Off the charts. 2.7 Willow Creek, California. 3.0 Alaska. And, wow. Are you serious? 5.7 Argentina. Unbelievable. New Zealand also had something like a 4.9 in New Zealand. And it just keeps going, guys. There's just no end to this thing. I mean, it's all about Hawaii. Over 500 earthquakes in Hawaii in the last 24 hours, including this very strong 5.4 that just hit the mountain minutes ago. And there is tsunami concerns. There's not a tsunami warning. That's good. But there is tsunami concerns. In other words, they're right now scouring the buoys to find out if it set any of them off. Is there a wave headed somewhere? I wonder why that's out there. I'm wondering, did we have a landslide or something? Maybe not. I hope not. Let's pray to God we didn't. And let's hope we can get an all clearance. The preliminary report on this earthquake was 5.4 right there on the volcano. And did the volcano erupt with this? I'm not sure. I'm looking right now to see. They say there was also a 5.2 at the Tenabar Islands in Indonesia. Yep, we saw that one. There's, again, 4.9 in New Zealand, 6.1 in Vanuatu. But when you have this, now look at this, 763 earthquakes in the past 24 hours in Hawaii of at least 1.5 or greater. Thank you, Mary, for letting me know that. 763 earthquakes that are at least 1.5 or higher, and 500 plus earthquakes that are at least 2.5 or higher. And a 5.4 just hit. Take a sip of coffee. Dana, you're right. You got it right. Pray for the people on the big island of Hawaii right now. I just went, and what I did is I made myself on the Keurig, I just made myself a fresh cup of coffee, walked in here, and my beeper started going off, earthquake, Hawaii. Did some research and realized that there was also a 6.1 had hit in Vanuatu. And then as I was pulling this, turning everything on, boom, another 4.6 hit Indonesia. And then I realized we had a tsunami concerns in Hawaii. Again, tsunami concerns in Hawaii. We don't know if there is a tsunami or not. I'm going to believe not. I'm going to pray that there isn't. Don't know if the mountain exploded or not. It may have blew its top, or it may have released a lot of smoke and ash and plume and toxic gas. But normally when this volcano does this, it usually releases some smoke and ash and gas, but also it pumps out a lot more lava through the fissures as it's trying to release the pressure that is unbelievable building up. It's insane what's been happening incredibly with this earthquake, and it just keeps happening at the volcano. There's something biblical. Now, I'm serious about this. Something biblical is definitely going on here, and we can't ignore it. And then look at all the other events going on around the world, okay? You have the Middle East peace deal being worked on heavily by Jared Kushner. He's been to already, he's already been over to Saudi Arabia. He's been to Jordan. He's been to Saudi Arabia. He's going to Israel, then to Egypt, then he's going to Qatar. They're working on this agreement. There's talk of building the third temple in the Temple Mount. There's talk of the Syrians doing a ground invasion potentially on Israel. Israel's built up. Black smoke has been seen. Thank you, PC Quake. There we go. I've been waiting for somebody to get some info out there. There it is. Black smoke has been seen coming from the volcano. So I got a feeling, guys, this thing blew, released some pressure, had to have. You don't have an earthquake of 5.4 without releasing some pressure. Whether it released it, and now you're getting information here that It may have blown part of its top. Did it release any of the lava? Now, let me double check. I'm checking to see tsunami concerns. I repeat, we do not have an all clear yet on tsunami. We have tsunami concerns according to the first report. And as this 5.4 quake hit, and we're going to see, and now they're saying black smoke is rolling. Let's just find out where we're at right now. Let's just check it and see if we got anything in any update at all. I know it just happened. It just happened 36 minutes ago, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, that this 5.4 magnitude earthquake hit. And also, it's off the charts. 763 earthquakes on the volcano today in the last 24 hours. Of the 763 earthquakes that are over 1.5, there's over 500 earthquakes that were 2.5 or higher, and we just had this 5.4 just hit, and it was very shallow, 0.6 eruption happening now. I think we might have a confirmation. Let me just see if that's true. Give me 1 second. Is there an eruption happening right now? I have one report saying it is. Somebody said they saw black smoke currently coming from there, from the volcano. I'm looking over here. We've got a couple different places to look. It is just happened, and it takes time for everybody starts to scramble to try to figure out what has exactly just happened with this volcano. But they're saying it was an eruption. So a 5.4 volcanic eruption just happened on the volcano. It just hit, and now the question is, it was 0.6 kilometers deep, so that means 1/3 of a mile, and it was very powerful. It was a 5.4. There is tsunami concerns, and we're still waiting to see if there is a tsunami or not. Black smoke has been seen billowing from the top of the mountain, and it is confirmed that there's been a volcanic release. There's definitely been a volcanic eruption and earthquake. So is it an eruption or earthquake? Jamie says it's both. It was a 5.4 earthquake as it was erupting. Black smoke, ash, gas being released, very dark smoke, someone said, starting to come out. And folks, besides that, you know the lava also got a boost. What happens when these volcanoes do that, there's also a release of the lava. The lava is not pouring out the top as much. It is some, but it's more out the sides, especially fissure number 8, fissure number 6, fissure number 16. And of course, we know when that happens, what's been going on is the lava's been cascading like a river rapidly headed toward the ocean. When it hits the ocean, and the plume and the haze and the lays and the glass particles begin to form, and it gets really, really dangerous because of the toxic, it's hydrochloric acid mixed with volcanic glass, and the wind's blowing. I've seen there's people on boats that are just too close to this thing. I was watching a video this afternoon, people just floating along way, way too close to this thing. And so this is really, really crazy what's going on. And this is a situation, folks, where God is shaking the planet. The Bible says that there will be earthquakes in divers places. But did you think we would ever talk about 500 earthquakes in Hawaii on a volcano in the last 24 hours that are 2.5 or higher? How about 763 earthquakes that are 1.5, 1.5 or higher? So 763 quakes that are 1.5 or higher, over 500 earthquakes over 2.5, including a 5.4 that has just shook the mountain. It just literally shook the mountain. And major concerns now, massive concerns. There's still a tsunami concern. And so, I'd like to get an all clearance on that. I really would. And I want to know why. Black smoke is billowing from the top. This is a very serious situation. It's a very fluid situation. And, we just got that scientific report earlier today that said it's going to take over 100 years to recover from this thing. That's if it ended right now. But no, it's not over. It's accelerating. 500 earthquakes, over 2.5, a 5.4 magnitude earthquake and volcanic eruption. This is insane. Now we're getting another report. Finally, I'm way out ahead of these guys. Volcano Discovery just 3 minutes ago is now giving us a report. And they're saying in the last 7 days, get this number, in the last 7 days, earthquakes over 2.6, there's been 993 quakes. I repeat, 993 earthquakes, almost 1,000 earthquakes, 2.6 or higher in the last 7 days from the volcano. And we just had a 5.4 earthquake just rocked the mountain, and the quake erupted, the volcano erupted, black smoke billowing, and people are typing, I felt it, okay? I felt it big time. Well, it was a powerful earthquake and eruption. And so this is insanity. We also have tsunami concerns. I don't think we've had a landslide, which would certainly cause a tsunami, but we may have a small tsunami just from the power of the quake, okay? Just from the power of the quake. So it's getting more and more intense. This thing is not going away. It's not going to go away. Apparently, it is the epicenter of the apocalypse. It's unbelievable what's going on, and it's not the only place. As we're saying right now, we've shown you pictures how the crater is expanding. We've showed you pictures how the crater is caving, how it's slumping, how it is collapsing, and the whole mountain's imploding as the fissures are running wild. The lava's flowing out of control, and it's a dangerous situation. Now, besides that, you just heard this statistic, 993 earthquakes in the last 7 days that are 2.6 or higher. It's an insane, 993 earthquakes on the volcano. 763 earthquakes that are 1.5 or higher in the last 24 hours. 500 earthquakes today in the last 24 hours that are 2.5 or higher. It's insane. So there goes another 5.4 quake, shaking things completely up. Also, a 4.6 just hit Indonesia a few minutes ago. We've also had a 6.1 mega quake down in Vanuatu. We're keeping an eye on that one. We also know we had a strong 5.7 down in Argentina. We also had a 4.3 in Chile. We're watching that one. We're watching that 5.4 earthquake in Tonga, and also a 6.1 in Fiji. And we know that New Zealand also has experienced a 4.9. There's a lot, 4.8 in the Philippines. So the Ring of Fire on fire. India even had a 4.4. There's a lot going on, but we're going to keep a close eye on this volcano in Hawaii as it is absolutely out of control with over 500 earthquakes in the last 24 hours and a 5.4 just hit. 5.4 just hit. Now, I know I'm supposed to go live in about an hour and 10 minutes from now. And so I think what I'm going to do, I wanted to see if we can get an all clearance on the tsunami concern, but we haven't received that yet. And I think that everybody's struggling out there. But we're going to keep eyes wide open. We're going to make sure that we don't have something crazier than what we've already got right now. But this is insane. 993 earthquakes in the last 7 days that are 2.6 or higher just on this volcano. 500 of those earthquakes today, including a 5.4 that just hit a few minutes ago that has shaken up the Big Island. Smoke, black smoke seen rolling. There's been an eruption along with this earthquake. And so this is very insane, folks. Very, 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 very powerful 5.4 quake. Oh, by the way, it was only 0.6 kilometers deep, which means that is the volcano itself. It's unbelievable what's happening. You heard me right. Over 500 earthquakes today in the last 24 hours of 2.5 or higher has hit the volcano in Hawaii in the last 24 hours. And we had a 6.1 earthquake that hit Vanuatu. We've also had a 5.7 that hit in Indonesia. We've had some other quakes that are kind of strong in the area, but man, it is what's going on here. And there is black smoke rolling from the top of the mountain. We're waiting to find out what the lava's doing. Did it pump out a bunch more? What does this all mean? Scientists had already come out earlier today and said, look, even if the volcanoes quieted down and stopped and cooled down, it would take over 100 years for the Big Island of Hawaii to get back to where it once was. The damage has really been done. But wait, there's more. The volcano's not done. This is the most powerful day since May 3rd. 500 earthquakes, a 5.4 just hit, another eruption, and a tsunami concerns in the area. The sky will be darkened. The moon, a full moon tonight, may even become blood-colored from the smoke. Keep a close eye on all of this. This is the summer solstice. This is the, folks, we're in the coming apocalypse is what it is. We're living in the last days. We don't know the day or the hour, but we certainly know that time is running out. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We'll be back at 10 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully have some more up. Did I say a full moon? Thank you. It's not a full moon, but anyway, so it is the summer solstice, what I'm trying to say. It's a very, very concerning time right now. Pray there's no tsunami. Okay, the crater is caving. It's expanding. It's imploding. It's slumping. It's collapsing. It's imploding. The mountain is. This 26 fissures. Is this Planet X? Is Planet X causing this and others? Or is this just, what is this? It's a sign of the end times. That I can tell you. Give your life to Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. I know there's over 1,000 people here right now, but I'll be back in an hour and 5 minutes with an entire rundown of what's going on around the world, including where we're at with this earthquake and volcano eruption. Are you serious?